Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I wanted to share another awesome success story of amazing movement that one of my clients is having now with her specific person. She's had amazing progress of communication and spending quality time with her specific person. I do not have or remember the backstory of what the situation was. I also realized that it's probably not relevant to even want to talk about in videos because like my old story with my specific person, my Marisol Hana, is irrelevant and not important. And I don't want to revisit that and reinfect myself with the old story. Any of you guys, when you have processed through dropping old memories of old circumstances and remain in ruminating over being in the state of being in the end, you want to be in the state of you being in the relationship, and you want to see your person being in the state of being in the relationship. So anyway, I'm going to read this. Before I do get into this, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you love my content. If you want me to be your coach, email me a short description to kim@coreunion.com, and I will reply back to you with my next available session after you've booked at coreunion.com, and you can do a 30-minute or a package of 30-minute sessions. Anyway, here is the movement from my client, and I know for a fact that it's going to inspire many of you guys, and I know also that it's going to shift many of you guys. So anyway, she wrote, and here are the funny and amazing stories. I hope it inspires people and your clients not to let saboteurs win. And when she says that, she means those kind of those ego thoughts, those fears that loom in as soon as you're starting to experience the things that you want, and then they just kind of come in, and sometimes it feels like you're being attacked by them. And so she's saying not to let them win. And that's where becoming a guard of your kingdom of heaven, which is your mind and your imagination, becoming a guard is very important with this. And when you do actually become a guard, where you're just observing more so, like you've created a space between your emotions, a space between these these saboteurs, as she said, where you can observe yourself, then you can catch it, and then you won't most likely feel the need to do any negative habitual actions of, the 3D checking and the things that will end up basically you manifesting, feeling and seeing and witnessing the exact things that you don't want. Okay. So she wrote, my person asked me for dinner 2 days before my birthday. His friend has an art show and invited me to come by. When I mentioned to my person that his friend had invited me to check, his response was dinner time. So I'm going to be there and I'm going to eat if you're there, and you can get to eat too. He booked a table in a lovely romantic restaurant with a table near the window. He was so happy. He said that he was drunk. He mentioned that he had drunk Cuban rum I offered him last year before the dinner. We were the last people leaving the restaurant. As soon as we jumped off the Uber, he thanked me for my little big brain and heart. And then on her birthday, he arranged to meet at the train station. I was waiting for him and afraid of missing the train because the next one would be too late. He showed up when the train was closing the doors at 8:30 a.m. sharp. We literally jumped onto the train in different extremes of the train, and then we found our way to each other and laughed about it. This is so beautiful and romantic. I love it. It's just so much like a movie scene. I love it. He spent the entire day with me until 11 p.m. in the evening. He appreciated the picnic I had prepared for lunch, and he was happy that I had bought his favorite dessert, Oreo cheesecake. Yum. Oh my goodness. That's making me crave Oreo cheesecake. We watched the series together after dinner, and I had a sense that he didn't want to go home, so I asked him if he wanted to stay over. His response and tone was, in perspective, at the time, she interpreted it as being, I'm not ready, or that he was running and he was being avoidant, and that her expectations was too high. And that's not at all actually what happened, but that's how she perceived it, which is only showing her and me that there's still a little active part of her who is not fully trusting in this beautiful unfolding that she's actually experiencing. So she felt so embarrassed for coming across as quote unquote needy that she decided to step back and stop talking to him. And then she had another story here. She called it the Walmart story. It happened during the week in which I had decided to step back for a moment. I love this story. She ordered groceries from Walmart last Friday and was getting all the notifications related to the delivery to her phone. Friday morning, she got a message from Walmart that the delivery was on the way, roughly 20 minutes after she got an email saying your delivery is on the way, but it was addressed to her specific person's name. I panicked right away and called to let him know it was a mistake. He said he would send them back to me, but he didn't. Instead, he messaged me a few moments after, good stuff. How much was it? He kept the groceries for himself and he was happy that now he has orange juice, berries, almond milk, tea, and fresh fruit. I really needed the food, so I reordered it. And when I checked my profile, everything was in his name, including the phone number, which doesn't make sense because he didn't get emails or notifications, but I did on my phone, meaning I actually changed the information, a glitch in their system that broke the ice and made me talk to him again. And then I got a photo of him eating the berries with a smiley face. I forgot to mention in our call, Kim, but he wrote this in my notebook when he came to my place to take care of my dog. He wrote this in quotes. This is beautiful. You are not your beliefs. You are not your behavior. You are, and he put her name, and you are a beautiful bundle of joy. That is adorable. Last week, when I was thinking about giving up and questioning my motives, I tried to distract myself by watching a TV series. And I don't know if it was a touch of the universe here, but in the episode, there was a tarot reader, and she said to the woman, your man's name is, and it was her specific person's name, and he is tall with a smiley face. And then she wrote, God bless you. This is a wonderful, wonderful story of how this is not the same with every person. And there are definitely different collectives of where people are, where their belief systems are, what their baggage actually is. With her, the quote unquote rejection was purely perception because he is communicating with her regularly. He is showing her affection. He is showing her actual prioritizing. He's showing a desire of wanting to come to her, communicate with her, spend time with her, never wanting to even leave. You have to really get in a place of reminding yourself what state you're in and what state are you holding your person in your mind? How are you seeing them? And to continue to remind yourself that you wouldn't even have the desire to want to be with them unless that existed already. Your desires, it's not that you're making it happen. Your desire already existed before you became aware of it. And so now your only job is to accept it and allow it and to be in trust. And when these saboteurs, as she described them, come at you, which we know it's a dreaded experience, none of us like it, but you continue to project it onto your person. A lot of the times, and from what I can see, the majority of it is that it's simply a matter of you having and maintaining a healthy self-concept of knowing your value, your worth. And a lot of it, from what I see with a lot of my clients, and this was with myself too, is that you have to trust what's in your heart and soul, and that relationships are safe and you're not going to be abandoned and rejected again, that it's safe for you to trust in love and it's safe for you to trust your person. But if you are constantly doing the inner work by only trying to manifest for your person, you're coming at this from the wrong way. And that process can be very draining. And especially if you're constantly straddling both kind of your imagination and then the 3D, your life, and you're kind of really, really believing in the solidified matter, which has only become solidified based off of your imagination. Like you're seeing your imagination as fake. Your imagination isn't fake. Your imagination is what is your coming attraction. Your imagination is the sneak preview. I believe Einstein said something like this. Anyway, I gotta go because I have a session coming up. So I hope that this video inspired many of you guys. Please do comment down below that you believe and you trust in your heart and in your soul, and you're not going to mess with the 3D anymore, that you're going to remain in the state of being the version of you who has the version of the relationship that you deserve and that you're worthy of, and that you're going to remain in your power. I love you so much. Comment down below again that you know that it's done, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.